with this constant news of tragedy and bad news how do you keep optimistic?
Well, as we've seen today, the Earthshot winners and the finalists create that inspiration, that optimism. And I think we've got to hang on to optimism and hope, because it is the biggest driver of change. It is the biggest driver of innovation. I think if we remark on how so pessimistic and doom and gloom everything is, even though there is a healthy dose of that needed to make sure we're all being kept in reality, it doesn't provoke the reaction from us humans as we would like. Yeah. And I think that's been an important part of the prize's design and development, is that not just to provide the solutions, but it's the fact to make people believe there is hope, and there are people out there doing incredible things that will have a massive impact on our futures.
Yeah, I mean, I think just seeing all these stories of these innovators, people really making change happen, not just talking about what we would like to do and hoping, but really driving that action has been quite inspiring, I think, for the future next generations. And, I think something that keeps us optimistic as well is for sure the solution that we're working on, but also the people with whom we are working on this with. And you have quite a dream team, I have to say. So, when you reflect on what you and your incredible team have accomplished to date, and when you look into the future, where do you dream that this prize will go?
I think for now, we're kind of keen on the scale. That's what I've been working on quite heavily, is how do we scale all the things you're seeing today? Because over 10 years, we're going to have a lot of finalists and a lot of solutions. So if you take the optimism and hope as given, when we do the solutions and when we scale them up, how can we have the biggest change? And I think for me, that's something I haven't quite cracked yet, is how do we scale faster? Mm-hmm. I'm impatient with all this, as you well know, Vaitea. And so it's kind of, I feel my role, you guys provide the product and you guys provide the inspiration and the solution. My role is to get you as big, as fast, and as scalable as possible. And I think we've still got some work to do on that. And I'm hoping in Singapore in November, we've got an Earthshot week where we've got a lot of business and backers coming. I think if I can reach more investors and people see this isn't a philanthropic thing, we're not doing this to be philanthropic, we're doing this because the vast majority of these solutions are commercially viable. I think that will help people realize and understand that this has got legs of its own, and the momentum will take it forwards. Because I think, 10 years down the line, this is the decade of change we've talked about. And 10 years down the line, when we look back, I want to make sure that we've found the right solutions, we've found the right people, but we're also maximizing their impact. And I think, I'm already starting to think about after 10 years, what happens? And many people are already asking me that question. And I'll need a few brains in this room to help me work out what we do next. But it's, I'm really pleased with the team and how we've achieved the first 3 years. It's gone better than I hoped, but there's still a lot of work to do.